Each one of us has had a personal experience with autism, whether it is our sibling, friend, or relative. I would now like to introduce someone who's not just an expert in the medical field, but also someone who has a personal connection and an extensive understanding of the challenges people with autism face every day. Please welcome Dr. Khalid Idris.
Good morning, good afternoon. Are there any autistic people in this room other than Ryan, who's right here? No? Ryan, say hi. All right. So, starting today, we launched a Super Ryan YouTube channel where you can follow Ryan's daily activities. We're going to start from his birth, and then we're going to slowly upload what happened over the last 13 years. And then it's going to be on day to day. Most people are afraid of putting their autistic children out in public. So I've made it my mission in Saudi Arabia to put Ryan in the front. He goes with me everywhere, from funerals to Milka to weddings. He goes everywhere. Next, some kids have who speaks Spanish? Tornillo. You know what's a tornillo? They're samula. What do you call it in English? Nut. The nut on a screw. They have the nut a little bit loose. And some people have no nut on the screw at all. And some people have less of a loose nut in their head. So, Ryan is in the middle. Some kids you cannot do anything about. They're completely out. So you just try to love them and support them. Some kids will go to college and will have a job. I don't think Ryan will have a job or go to college. We're home teaching him. So what are the signs? First sign is difficulty with communication. Communication on all levels, whether it's eye contact or speech, everything that's communication is not going to work out. Notice the facial features. Not all autistic children will have this, but very broad forehead. And the eyes are far apart. The ears are big. The scrotum is big. Okay. Autistic children have attachment to objects. Anything they would get attached to, and they won't let go of it. It's kind of like their blankie. Ryan never had a blankie. He had a CD, and he was always stuck with a CD. And then every now and then, once we get him off of something, he gets attached to something else. So 1 to 2% of all the children will have autism worldwide. In KSA, we have 250 to 300,000 autistic children. That means in the governorate of Mecca region, we have close to 80,000. We have 34 centers in Jeddah, substandard services, unfortunately. I hope we're going to build one soon that's going to give world-class services. All the 34 centers and the government and the Ministry of Health everywhere, not enough. Maybe they can handle 4,000 to 5,000 while we have 80,000 children. Next. And it's more, of course, 4 times more boys than girls. It can happen in girls. Next, please. Okay, so this is what I call the brotherly love, and you have to have it. Once you have a special kid in the family, the whole family has to be one hand in helping that child. The father must be involved, the mother must be involved, and the children must be involved. Obesity is a disease, and it happens a lot with autistic children because they're stressed. Next, please. Because they're stressed, and the mommy is stressed. So how can you keep the child from running like crazy around and screaming? Give them food, keep them quiet. So what happens is a lot of autistic children become very obese, and we fell into that. And Ryan started getting fat. Look at all the children. That's Ahmad up there. These are my nephews. And Ryan is sitting way on the side. Now, if we look at the glass half full, at least he's sitting. Many autistic children wouldn't even be in the room. Many autistic children wouldn't even be right here. Okay? Notice, when we came in, he got nervous. But I've been prepping him for the last 2 or 3 days. We're going to go to school. You're going to see a lot of people. An autistic child or person is hard to teach a new activity or stop them from negative behavior. But once they learn it, there's no way they're going to forget it. Ryan makes his bed every morning. The way how he brushes his teeth, the way how he behaves in public is just routine and perfect, better than most children in his age. You see where is he sitting? So autism. Next. Now, temper tantrum. Autistic children will go into that. And before that starts, he used to just simply throw himself on the floor and not even Superman can get him off the floor. And then he wants what he wants and he starts crying. That's a negative behavior. We had to work on it to get rid of it and replace it by a positive behavior. How do you do that? Through something called ABA, Applied Behavioral Analysis. You identify the negative behavior. You have to have positive and sometimes negative reinforcement, and then you get the behavior that you want. Fluttering. Ryan, no fluttering, right? Where do you put your hand, Ryan? So fluttering. So one of the things I dealt with that is put your hands behind your back. So give him an alternative. If even all of us, if you're focused on something, or your friend, your dad, and they're just focused on something negative that you did, distract their attention with something different. So notice something. We don't say treatment, we say therapy. In Arabic, we don't say ilaj, we say mu'alaja. Big, huge difference. Because he's going to be autistic for the rest of his life. He's not going to change. So we're not going to treat him to cure him. We're going to treat him to squeeze every last drop of intelligence from this brain to get his full potential. And the full potential is different from one person to the other. Even neuronormal children, or people, we get the last drop of intelligence out of the brain. So activities, daily living activities. Can we start this video, please? Right, be quiet.
Okay. Yes, good.
You think this is simple. This took time and effort to reach this level.
Yes.
Fine motor skills. Most autistic children have no motor skills, fine motor skills. He doesn't know how to hold the spoon or how to tie his shoe because somehow the nerve connections to the little muscles don't work properly. So you have to do physical therapy. We all go to walk.
Run! Run!
Run, boy!
Come on, say out again. Run!
Okay, so you cannot rely on others to help your child. You have to do it yourself. It's the whole family. Next, please. Now, because of obesity, he couldn't walk properly. He couldn't climb stairs. Sky's the limit.
No touching. Come on, Ryan. Go.
One step at a time. And continuously. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Ryan. That's positive reinforcement. When he accomplishes something, give him 5, brother.
Without the rails, man.
Very wrong to use food or M&Ms or any food as positive reinforcement. It has to be praise. Just praise, praise, praise all the way. Now it's going to get a bit, I don't know. This gets my heart racing every time because it's his temper tantrums. You imagine you're in the mall and this child starts to scream. In KSA, you know how many people will come around you and start praying and start saying all kinds of stuff? Allah yashfi, Allah yashfi, Allah yashfi. Well, guess what? I need you to pray for us to get over it. Because Allah yashfi is not the right prayer. Because he's never going to get cured. So this is before temper tantrum. So this is the calm before. This is in the airport in Manila.
Why no?
Crowded. And he started getting anxious.
Are you hungry? Are you just acting up? Or you're upset with me? Okay.
Notice
It's okay,
the
relax.
speech.
Can you take a deep breath? Take a deep breath.
I was trying. Next, please. Please play the video.
Look, you want to see
This
yourself
isn't
on the
there.
video?
Ammar is a hero,
You
guys.
see, you're on video, Ryan. I'm gonna show the video to Ms. Mai.
Ammar, don't do that anymore, Ryan, right?
Don't let him hit you, bro.
Isn't Ammar a hero? Look at that. I get very emotional every time I see this video.
Ryan, take please.
You know how many kids at an airport would do this? Our local kids.
Good
That
job.
haven't been really taught. They just throw it, even adults.
So you
There's
put the
no way
garbage.
in heaven that Ryan would throw some garbage on the floor. He would look for that garbage bin anywhere and he would find it. Next. He even went on iFly. Most adults are afraid of doing that. Next, please. And he actually flew. Superman. To sit, an autistic child sitting for an eye exam, that's almost impossible. We accomplished that. Next. Sitting for a dentist, we accomplished that. With all the drilling. Next. Barbershop, notice how he's holding the brush, putting it on his face, because their sensation, their sensory input is either elevated or really diminished. So when they touch sand, it's like, whoa, what is this? Or powder, or something rough, or something soft. So their sensation is really different, challenged. We, of course, did a lot of training. Next. I did 2 foot surgeries on him, because a lot of these children have ligamentous laxity. So he had severe flat foot, which affected his walking. So I did 2 surgeries on him. Swimming, I threw him in the pool at age 2, because 70% of deaths in autistic children is in the swimming pool. Huge number. So I made sure he knows how to. This is my little daughter. He's touching her, he's playing with her. Next. He works at the clinic now. He comes to take papers. Just does anything for interaction. They were the first people, Ammar and Rayyan, in the autism marathon or march a few months ago in Jeddah. Next. And of course, he went to meet the governor, which not many autistic children have done. I'm done.